the clip of Cam Newton taking a pot shot or stating an opinion about the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL and Jalen Hurts.
Now, I know everybody's going to get mad at this. Cam hating on Jalen Hurts. It's hard for me to grade Jalen Hurts with the talent that he has around him. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. But if we're talking about what they bring to the table holistically, it's hard to judge what Jalen Hurts can do when you're throwing to a guy like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. When you have tight end skill set, you have a dominant defense, the best running back in the game. Download Madden and see how many stars is on the offensive side of Philly. Like, you got King Henry, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, those guys, that's cool. But when you're comparing, Lamar Jackson still shows you why he's an elite player. Josh Allen has to play elite in order for them to play. Lamar Jackson has to play at a high level for the Baltimore Ravens, even though that they have a dominant defense. Patrick Mahomes, he got a lot of talent. But boy, oh boy, you can't put no John Doe in Patrick Mahomes and think that they still gonna win the way they win it. I understand that. Jalen Hurts does not have to play elite for the Philadelphia Eagles to win. He has to play good, but he doesn't have to play elite. We're not asking you to win the game. We're just asking you not to lose it. When you ask that question, are we winning because of you, solely because of you, or is it the resources around you? So game changer, game manager, those are the things that you have to ask yourself. And those are the metrics that I'm going off of. It's like, bro, even when the tush push, you got 5 people pushing you, bro. You got a solid group around you, dog. And the man who Jalen Hurts is, bro, I respect him. I take my hat off to him. But just because he's a great guy, that don't mean I can't critique his game.
Very quickly, guys, because I want to get to the other context, but just very quickly in 15, 20 seconds, I don't have a problem with anything Cam Newton just said there. JB, do you?
No, JUCO guys speak alike, don't we? There's a reason why we all have the same ideology. You win in spite of Jalen Hurts in Philly, not because of Jalen Hurts. And that's Cam's point. Cam and I spoke about this particularly. You win in spite of them. And that's how good that team is. And that's just fact. I don't have them in my top 10 either, but I do appreciate and respect what Jalen does. Jalen gets better every year mechanically, and I respect it. And he's nutty.
Let's stop there. I'm going to get back to you. Steve, you got a problem with what Cam Newton said?
To his point, and I do believe he fits that system perfectly, if you put Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen on the Eagles, they might go 15-2 also. So I kind of agree with them.
Yeah. All right. So I don't have a problem with what he said. You don't have a problem with what he said. Ryan Clark has a problem with what Cam said. Here's Ryan Clark.
Do you feel, though, that response is disrespectful to Jalen Hurts?
We have to stop allowing people to have excuses to disrespect Jalen Hurts. Cam recently said I was playing things safe, so let me cook for a second here, right? So there's different ways to look at it. Historically and presently, Jalen Hurts is the top 10 quarterback, and you're going to look at it different ways. You're going to look at talents above X's and O's, the ability to help your team win, and then to me, it's proximity to the GOAT. Let's take Cam Newton, right? What made Cam Newton great? He could be powerful in short yardage and goal line. He could extend plays with his legs. He was this big physical presence. So is Jalen Hurts, right? Cam Newton went to the playoffs 4 times. Jalen Hurts been to the playoffs 4 times already. Cam Newton went to 3 Pro Bowls. Jalen Hurts already been to 2. Cam Newton was an MVP, and he got to the Super Bowl, and he forgot to bring his cape. When Jalen Hurts is going to the Super Bowl, he's brought his cape, and he's also brought the Avengers with him, who are not even in D.C. They in Marvel, right? And so now let's think about this. Okay, let's go to winning. Eli Manning is going to be a Hall of Famer. Why is Eli Manning going to be a Hall of Famer? Because he had 2 epic runs to the Super Bowl. And in those Super Bowls, he played great, and he beat the GOAT not only of that time, but the GOAT of the era, right? But he's only been to 4 Pro Bowls. He never got an MVP vote. He was never an All-Pro. Jalen Hurts has done all of those things. Right now let's look at Jalen Hurts in this time. In the Super Bowl, how do we measure every quarterback in the AFC? What is your proximity to Patrick Mahomes? You know the 3 quarterbacks that's beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs? I know who they are. They're Joe Burrow, they're Tom Brady, and they're Jalen Hurts. And not only did Jalen Hurts beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl, he outplayed him in the Super Bowl. And so now here is what I think. If you don't want to count Jalen Hurts in your top 10, I have one question. Who's in the top 10? And how do you get there? And the last thing is this, right? Cam Newton is using excuses to not put Jalen Hurts in the top 10. Excuses are tools of incompetence that build monuments of nothingness, and those who major in their usage are non-achievers. The ring that Jalen Hurts is walking around with says top 10 to me. Tell Cam to show you his.
Yeah, I got a real problem with that because they're having an argument about top 10 quarterbacks and whether Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback. And Ryan Clark's response is, well, Jalen Hurts is better than Cam Newton. Well, Cam Newton's out of the league for one. And then it gets personal at the end, tools of incompetence, excuses, blah, blah, blah. I did not like Ryan Clark's response at all. JB, your thoughts?
Yeah, he said a lot of nothing. Word salad. It sounded good, sounds smart, educated, and all that, but he didn't say anything. Cam Newton and Jalen Hurts, to compare those two, is comical. It's not even in this. They're not even in the same world. Cam Newton's. He came out. I'm sure you have the video. He cooked all of them because he said what he said. Dan Orlovsky, Ryan Clark. None of them can speak to Cam on that level because Cam's done more than all of them. And Ryan Clark continued to say Jalen Hurts beat Mahomes. No, he did not. He did not beat Mahomes. And it's just like Mahomes winning those Super Bowls that I've been so criticized being on your show about when I said, well, Mahomes threw for 188 yards and won a Super Bowl. He threw for 190 yards and won a Super Bowl. What's the difference? Jalen Hurts, they won because in spite of, not because of. And what's the difference, Jason, from the year prior when Jalen Hurts had 300 combined yards and all that, and they lost? Why is this different now? That's why I do agree with you. It is personal. It's nothing about facts.
Steve, Ryan Clark's response I found retarded.
Oh, I agree. And it's great for us, Jason. We're off the hook now, Whitlock. We're no longer his guys. So if all four of us, Orlovsky, Clark, you and I were in a room with Cam, he'd go after those two guys and me and you could just run away and we're good. We're good now. We're no longer his guys. But this is the thing that was illogical about Clark's response. Cam Newton in his original thought about Hurts never said compared to me. He goes, I did this, I did that, and Jalen Hurts can't. So if Ryan Clark's going to make a defense of Jalen Hurts, what does Cam Newton have to do with it? Because all you're doing is you're talking about the top 10 current quarterbacks. I thought it was a little bit of a low blow and quite frankly unnecessary.
All right, and then I want to go even bigger picture here. And I know this is something JB's going to agree with, and that's why we asked you to come on, JB, and thank you for doing so. The real conversation should be, hey, look, the top 10 quarterbacks, the reason why there's even a debate is because they're kind of mediocre compared to what we used to have. And the only argument right now in the NFL is who's number 5. Anything else, 6 to 10, is up for debate. It's as you look at, this is the top 10 I put together, but there's 4 guys in one group, and then there's a debate about who's number 5, and I put Jaden Daniels there. Some people might put Justin Herbert. Some people may put Jalen Hurts. Some people, Stafford, who knows? Dak probably wouldn't be in the discussion, but I want you to look in 2014, just a decade ago. I want you to look at this top 10 list of quarterbacks. It's can we get the 2014 group up? It's an amazing group of quarterbacks. Do we not have the 2014? It's Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, there we go. Aaron Rodgers. I think he won MVP that year. It's Peyton Manning in Denver. It's Tom Brady. It's Big Ben Roethlisberger. It's Andrew Luck. I think he had 40 TDs that season. It's Phillip Rivers. It's Matt Ryan. It's Tony Romo. It's Eli Manning. Number 10 guy on the list won 2 Super Bowls. Look at the depth of the quarterback position just 10, 11 years ago as to right now. That, to me, is the real conversation we should be having is what happened to quarterbacks? We've made it easier to play quarterback, and we're getting worse quarterback play. JB, am I right or wrong here?
Matt Ryan's on there. You had him at 8. He's the MVP. I mean, I've been saying this for years. You sound like me for some reason. But mediocrity, Jason, is our new excellence. That's about as best as I could say that. Mediocrity is our new excellence. And the common fan that throws betting into this, and the DFS, DraftKings, FanDuel guys who see their guy that they selected that day to win him some money, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, whoever, they get him 45 draft points that day. They automatically say he's the GOAT because he threw 16 bubble screens to Tyreek Hill, who went 85 yards, and he had 350 yards passing, and now he has 42 draft points, and everybody's like, oh, my God, he's the best thing since sliced bread. These guys have no clue what greatness is. Mediocrity is the new excellence, and that's why this top 10 is a joke, and your top 5 is blasphemous. It's blasphemous. Matthew Stafford is a guaranteed top 5 quarterback. If not, to me, he's in my top 3 right now. He's still one of the last guys left that can do it all. He threw for 330 yards in Philadelphia in the snow, Jason. They should have beat the Eagles, and Rams should be Super Bowl champs right now. But that's what the fact is. Matthew Stafford's the best ball spinner in the NFL right now. He is. It's not even close. And I think that would be in the 5. That would be my 5 right there. Add Matthew Stafford.
37, 38 years old, JB.
I get it, but I'm just saying the facts are the facts. The truth is the truth no matter who says it, Jason.
Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.